Okay, we
And
are
people are always asking
live.
me, trying to set up my Facebook. I think that is like
Oh.
my trade. It's gonna be my trademark.
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about gratitude. Okay. You and me too, because I don't. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to be talking about gratitude today. So we're going to wait for the people to come on in the room. Come
You
on
know
in
the
the room.
starter watch
Hmm?
party. So you know the saying is that we teach what we most need to learn. So I'm like, okay, here we go.
Right.
I know we've been working. I know we've been working on gratitude journaling and journaling
Yeah.
gratitude. So it's like, okay, here we go. Is there
Yes.
enough light in my space, or do I need to turn
Yes.
on more
No,
light? I'm
you're
super
fine. Mm-mm.
comfortable right now. Okay.
No, you're fine. You are
All
fine.
right. But you know what? I'm sorry. Another trademark is I need my eyeballs.
Oh
So,
yeah.
because I got tons of notes. So, give me 1 second. Sorry, people.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Grab your notes. Grab your notes. We are not formal in this space, people. Come on in. Invite your people in the room. Come in, come in, come in. Um, Stephanie's grabbing her eyeballs. Hey, Mom. Hey, Rosie.
Hey, Miss
We
Almeida.
are we are not formal, honey. Mm-mm. Grab your eyeballs, grab your notes, whatever. You guys go get you some pen and paper. Tell us what you're
Please.
grateful for and all that great stuff. Mm-mm. Um, Hello, welcome to Heads Up Mental Clarity. I am Michelle Bird, and this is,
Stephanie McCain.
and we are happy
Happy
to have.
New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year. Wait, we were supposed to have hats and all that stuff. That's okay. We got the energy. We got the energy. Happy New
Yes.
Year.
Happy New
I don't know
Year.
about you, but I am so excited about this year. I don't know what it
Oh,
is, but I'm
yes.
so excited. It's like this energy of excitement for this year. I don't can't explain it.
That's okay. We
My
have a lot to be excited about. Like,
yeah,
it makes perfect sense. It makes
my
perfect sense.
consciousness is heightened.
Your,
Yeah,
your what is heightened?
my consciousness is just on
Oh,
another level.
yeah.
Just on
Mm.
another level. I'm super excited. So you guys go ahead and share, like, comment below. Tell us what you're grateful for. We're going to be talking about gratitude today. So we're going to
Yes.
light it up and we're going to get some energy going in this space, because that's how we should start off the new year. We should start off the new year
Grateful,
right.
grateful, grateful.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, Carrie. Carrie is one of my was a manager of mine at a place that I worked. Hey, Carrie, and thank you for watching. Share, like, and comment below. Go to YouTube. Also, we're on YouTube. And we need you to share and like and subscribe to the channel. Heads Up Mental Clarity. So please do that. Um, if you don't get a chance to do it now, even afterwards, please share our videos and our posts. All right. We're trying to reach as many people as we can with the message that we have for the people. And so my goal, one of my goals for 2020 is to figure out how to up the showing and the following so that more people are exposed to what we're giving.
Mm-hmm.
On a mass platform. So go ahead and we're going to be doing this every other Tuesday at 6:30. You guys know we are both therapists, so sometimes our schedule calls for us to start 10 minutes later than we normally do. So
Yeah, because we be working with our lovelies.
yes, yes, because we are giving and serving even before we get on here to give and serve. We are giving and
Mm-hmm.
serving. So I'm super excited about gratitude and talking about gratitude and what that is and what that means and how we're going to display that. Because I think that for me, if I had focused on anything else other than gratitude, 2020 would have felt like a mess. Right. So that doesn't mean that going through what you're going through, it doesn't feel like a mess. It just means that you don't stay there. You don't sit there because things happen and they don't feel good. But having gratitude makes it a little bit easier to kind of push through,
Mm-hmm.
um, for sure. So We're going to talk about gratitude today. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. We started a 30-day challenge in Heads Up Mental Clarity. There's a 30-day challenge. Anybody that wants to hop in that 30-day challenge, I will also share it on my regular Facebook page. But we have a 30-day challenge for a 30-day gratitude challenge. And today was the first day. You'll see after I share the video, I said that, yeah, no, we didn't start on the first, but that's okay. I'm a firm believer we can start wherever we start.
Wherever you
We
want.
can start where
Mm-hmm.
we are. So today's challenge is to get a gratitude journal, obtain one. And then and I'll post it, there's a list of week 1, week 2, week 3 of how to kind of structure it and give people kind of a guideline in it. And you can be free to do it however you want to do it, but it's just a guide. So today's challenge is to get a gratitude journal. And it can
And I
be,
saw them at the Five Below store.
oh, okay.
Yeah, a thankful. Actually, it said gratitude. So yeah, but they were at the Five Below store. I got a bazillion journals, so I didn't buy any. But
Right.
I thought they make really great gifts.
Mm-hmm.
So they are at the Five Below store here in Ohio. So I'm sure they're
Okay.
everywhere. But
Yeah.
yes, and it's really specific, and it has lines and numbers, and it's really detailed on the inside of it, and it's specifically for gratitude and thankfulness.
Yeah. And I just use a regular journal and it's kind of cute. And it says, most of all, let love guide your life. And I write in this one. And it's just, lines or whatever. But I
Mm.
also, when I have my planner, when I do my planner for the year, it also always has a section for gratitude as well. So you can do it either way. I also have, and I got so much stuff. I also have just a regular notebook. It
Yep.
don't have to be fancy. It don't have to be fancy. It could be whatever you want.
Hmm.
The whole idea is to be mindful of what you're grateful for and thinking about the little things that you're grateful for, and being able, writing it down allows you to be able to go back and look at it
Yeah,
and see what
and
you're
the
grateful for.
gratitude journals also have the same um, power, if I can use that word, as a vision board, because
Hmm. Yep.
it manifests. If you're grateful for experiences, or grateful for something that you're hoping for in the future, which is
Hmm.
being grateful for what is to come, most often, and anyone can correct me, that those things come to manifestation. And that has been my personal experience.
Hmm. I was just talking to somebody today about that, and the one thing though I want us to be clear about is that when you have that vision board, when you have that gratitude journal, it's not something that and I think you can attest to this. It's not something that you just kind of write in and you put away and you put it on the shelf and you forget about it. It's not something that you create in a vision board and you put it on the shelf and you forget about it. The idea is that you're looking at it, you're reading over it. I see my vision boards around me. You guys can see two behind me. And so that reminds me of what I'm doing. And then I work toward the things that I say I want. And then they manifest. But just kind of putting it on the shelf and just like, yeah, I want to do that, or and not really doing anything toward it. But also understand that you could subconsciously be doing things toward it too, because you got it out, you wrote it down. I was
Right.
very intentional this year about my vision board. Um, yeah, yeah. So I just
Somebody
kind of
said my
wanted to
watch party didn't
put that out
start.
there, but
So
it didn't start.
yeah,
You probably could share mine.
I
Yeah,
did
you probably could share
share and
mine. Okay.
watch party. I apologize for interrupting, but I just got a
Oh,
message saying that your video didn't start, and so
okay.
I'm like,
Um, yes. So today we want to talk about gratitude and the things that we're grateful for. And I wrote a whole list of things that I'm grateful for. Not for this. Actually, I think the list um, prompted to do something like this. The list that I had created for myself prompted, and I did it the first day of January, of the things that I was grateful for. And accomplishments, and then thought, oh my goodness, that would be really good if, we did something on
Mhm.
gratitude. If I did a challenge, starting a challenge. So that's kind of what prompted the challenge, the gratitude challenge that we're doing. So we're going to talk about gratitude, what we're grateful for, and then we're going to talk about how gratitude can be helpful to your mind, body, and soul. So go ahead, Seth. I'll let you give us a little bit of what you have.
So I had the power of gratitude. That it improves our psychological well-being. Um, it improves our physical health. It enhances empathy and reduces aggression when we choose gratitude. It definitely improves relationships. It helps you to kind of pause and take introspection when you choose, like to, or actually, like in cognitive behavioral therapy, when you choose to change your automatic negative thoughts to something that you're grateful for. So it
Mhm.
improve relationships, and it helps to obtain personal goals and to build up self-esteem when you desire to be grateful, and choosing things specifically of gratitude for yourself and of yourself, with someone that may have a poor self-image, or is just going through a hard time or trauma. um, um, Gratitude can help to foster well-being in that regards. Open relationship doors. It allows us to feel more connected to one another
Yeah.
when we are in a space of gratitude. And grateful people seem to be more generous, which I
Mhm.
agree. And then you sleep better too. So doing the gratitude journal at night gives you such an appreciation for the day that you spent, that it also can help with rest and at night.
Yeah. Um, some of the things that and gratitude helps. Gratitude, and the topic of this is all in the attitude. So you can choose to be grateful, for, or finding the thing you can be grateful in a particular situation, or you could choose to. I'll give an example. We lost our car. It was tore up. Right, we had just got the car 2 months prior, maybe about. And so I could sit in, oh my God, like this is the second car. This is ridiculous. Why did this have to happen? What is happening? We got to get another car. Or be grateful, that I have a really excellent insurance company, who would take care of business. They took care of the first car. Be grateful that my husband walked away with a broke toe. Right. When I saw the car, it was just like, oh my God, so glad that he's here. Grateful that, whatever I needed to do financially, hi, Barbara, with the car, I was able to do. So finding gratitude in the thing, rather
Hmm.
than, and that doesn't mean that you don't feel what you feel when you feel down, when you feel disappointed, when things happen. It just means you don't stay there and you find the gratitude in it. Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say that when that particular thing happened, I didn't have a thought about, oh my God, another car. But quickly it's like, okay, what can you be grateful for? And then certainly 2 days later, going to see this vehicle in the shape that it was in daylight, because when I saw it, it was at nighttime. Oh my gosh,
Hmm.
I was already grateful. I just had this overwhelming feeling of gratefulness that my husband wasn't hurt further. So just being grateful, and then being grateful in the little things, the smell of the rain. So gratefulness helps to rewire the brain, which then makes you feel better. It makes you feel a lot better. Gratitude. It heals. Gratitude can heal, right? It can shield you from negativity. So it stops you from thinking about the negative. But it's a choice. We can choose gratitude, or we can choose not to have gratitude. It
That's
just
true.
puts us in a positive mindset. Like you said, you sleep better when you're grateful, when you think about all the grateful things. Um, I am not a doctor, so I don't profess to have a medical opinion, but my personal opinion is that I just feel like it releases the happy endorphins when you're grateful and when you exercise gratitude, you know. Um, Hey, Aquanetta, Peaches, how are you? Thank you guys for jumping on. We really appreciate it. Please share, like, and drop in the comments. What are you grateful for? What's your plan for 2021? You know, what are you going to do different? What are you going to do the same? Um, okay. So please drop your comments. Also, okay, Stephanie is watching.
I know, because I don't see the other people that are watching. They're not coming up on my screen, so I just wanted to see what was going on.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. Even read an article where it says that gratitude boosts the immune system.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's
Absolutely.
what I mean
I've
about
had I've had
the physical body.
mhm. I do a program every month, a sister circle here in Cleveland, and we get together every month and we wear our mask. We have social distancing, but we all agree that because of the intention of the group and our mindset, we are
Mhm.
intentional about how we think when we get together. That none of us have been sick throughout this entire pandemic, and we have been in close quarters and we've been spread out. And I attribute that, and all of us attribute that to our attitude and our mindset and keeping our intentions high. And when we are in each other's space, is not we exude nothing but love and light in each other's space. Really high intentions and high gratitude for what we're doing and how we're encouraging each other. So I definitely believe that the immune system is suppressed or made well or whole when you keep a space of gratitude.
Right.
That's
Yes.
been my journey so far.
Mm-hmm. Feel more alive, and so that goes back to the endorphins, the happiness that you feel. It's kind of like this warm and gooey feeling. It's almost kind of like love, what love's the emotion feels like to us. When you have that sense of gratitude, you express more compassion for people, when you're in a space of gratitude. I don't know about you guys, but driving is can be a test, or used to be a test. I'm gonna say used to be a test because it's still not. It's not now. But driving and road rage and irritation with people um, driving on, especially the highway, and cutting you off and things like that. And I'm grateful for being able to ride in this vehicle and be on this highway. So when somebody cuts me off, it's not the first thing is not going to be I'm upset or I'm angry. I'm grateful, and I don't know. Maybe God needed me to be a car behind. Maybe it's something that
Mm.
um we don't know, right? So we got to be careful about our quick responses to things. So I'm grateful when I'm driving. I have gratitude that I'm slowing down. 2020 vision. I'm telling you, it's taught some things. I'm slowing down instead of always on the go, 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 go. I'm slowing down. And maybe that person's late and they're in a hurry. And if I slow down a little bit and just let them get in front, that's one less car I have to worry about having an accident with, and hopefully they don't have an accident with anybody else.
And that's the
So
truth.
yeah, so just expressing more, you express more compassion and have more compassion for people, appreciate more. I know I do. God, I don't know if I've walked as much since you and I have not lived in the same state. I don't think I've walked as much as I have in 2020, and choosing to appreciate what God has on this earth for us. Choosing the route, I chose my route simply by nature that's around. I chose a route that
Mm-hmm.
has flowers and trees, and people are walking their dogs, and it smells really fresh. I chose that route because I want to be in appreciation of God's creation. So that, hi Chalzetta, thank you for watching. Um, then also shifts your focus from the negative to the positive. It absolutely
Yes,
shifts your focus. Like you can't, you're not going to dwell on the negative when you're thinking about the positive. So shifting
absolutely.
your focus. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Improve quality of life. Improves your quality of life. Being grateful, having gratitude keeps you in a positive mindset, which can improve your quality of life. Um, Also, we talked about enhances, strengthens your faith and peace of mind. So when things are happening and I'm grateful for what's going on around me, I'm having a different experiences with God. And I don't know about everybody out there that's watching. That's my experience. I am having a different experience, a better experience with God when I'm grateful. The first thing I'm grateful for is opening up my eyes every day because I know that
Absolutely.
doesn't have to be the thing. I know that that doesn't have to be the thing. I'm grateful for not, having COVID, although I know people that have and things like that. I'm grateful that that hasn't come this way. Now, I don't know. It's still out there, and I pray that I don't. But if anything ever happens, I want to be grateful in whatever it is. I want to be grateful. Grateful for those who had it and survived and
Survive.
well,
Yes.
and they're doing well. Grateful for being able to continue to talk to them. So gratitude is, you know, it helps, it just helps us all the way around. It just helps us all the way around. So
And
uh
if I could add
mhm,
from a clinical standpoint, gratitude is a grounding technique. And it is used, we use it
mhm,
as a grounding technique when someone is anxious or
mhm,
feeling an overwhelming sense of hopelessness,
mhm,
overwhelming sense of grief. Um, After the couple of stages from PTSD, you can go into a space of gratitude and helping a client to ground themselves with gratitude. So in a moment where you're anxious and things are like say if you have like experiences of becoming overwhelmed in crowds or in an argument with your partner
mhm,
or a family member, or even you come home from work, kids working online and everything is a mess, and you walk in the door and you're like, what the heck, has anybody done anything or been in school at all? You can ground yourself by stopping and just being grateful that you made it home safely, that your kids are still
wow,
alive, even though the house is a complete total disaster and there's missing assignments, but they have a school to go to and they have the technology to make that happen. So
yeah,
using gratitude as a grounding technique is it costs you nothing. You don't need to come and see us for that.
right.
And it works miracles. It works miracles. So being grateful, and yeah, it's an excellent grounding technique when you start to feel, the mind starts to do the obsessive thinking. You
Mhm.
can choose gratitude as a grounding technique.
Slows those thoughts down, slows the brain down. Um, yeah, because now you're focusing. The whole idea of a grounding technique is to bring your focus into something, so that when the mind is all over the place, you're like bringing it all into a focus on something. So yeah, I absolutely agree. I use that technique as well. Um, what are you grateful for? Who are you grateful for? Person. Is it your job? Like the little things. We take so much for granted in the US of A.
Yes, we do.
We take so much for granted. I usually clean out closets and things like that. I do it all year, but particularly whenever I feel like it. But particularly this last year, I did it beginning of December. And I pulled a lot of stuff out and I was like, oh, I'm going to give this to Salvation Army because that's what I do. I usually go and I drop it off at a Salvation Army. And this year I was like, you know what? I'm thinking about being safe,
Mhm.
driving to where I know that there is what we call tent city, where homeless people live. Hey, Judy, where homeless people
Hey,
live,
Judy.
and giving the stuff to the people on the street. I look,
How
they
was
have,
that?
say that again.
How was that to do
I
that?
didn't know. No, I collected it, so I still
Okay.
have to go and do it. Right. I
Okay.
still want to do
I'm
it.
just curious
Um,
as to for the response, what the response would
what the
be.
response will be, I will let you
Mhm.
guys know. But I have particularly a pair of boots, and there's nothing wrong with these boots. They just feel weird on my feet. I'm getting too darn old. I'm telling my head, I'm getting too darn old. Be trying to bend over, and it's got a million holes to, to string up, and the hoops on the side. And I'm like, I don't have time for, I need some, my feet gonna slip right in. So so I'm grateful that I was able to buy. I was gifted. I was gifted because they know I like boots and shoes. I was gifted with gift cards, and I went and bought me some boots that are convenient for me. And I looked at those boots and like, oh, I got to get these Salvation Army. Then I thought, somebody out there can fit these boots. There is
Yeah.
nothing wrong. There are snow boots, and there's nothing wrong with these boots. So I'm going to
Mhm.
go and I'm going to give them away. And then I thought about the clothes and stuff that we have. So I have to do that. I packed it all up, but I haven't gone out to give it out. But the boots made me think about it because I set them at the back door, and I'm like, I don't want these boots. And I was like, well, I'll give them to Salvation Army. Don't throw them in the trash. And then I thought, well, no, somebody can wear these boots. So
Now.
just
Yeah.
grateful
Hmm.
now, especially now, because it wasn't even
Yeah.
snowing.
Right.
Like, I need to get on that. But especially now. So yeah. Judy said, hey, ladies.
Hey, Miss Judy.
Yeah. So just being grateful for the little things and thinking outside of the box. You know. And speaking of like gratefulness and all of that, we touched a little bit on vision boards and what that can include is gratefulness, gratitude. What are you grateful for? You
Mhm.
know? And I've included some things on my vision board too about what I'm grateful for and
Mhm.
being intentional about how how I express my gratitude. I'm
Mhm.
grateful for this Facebook Live and the people that are going to see it and the people that will share it,
Mhm.
so that other people can be touched um, and gain something from it. I'm grateful for that. I have gratitude, much gratitude for that. This platform, we work in a
Yeah.
field where we need to be face to face with people, and we have a platform that didn't shut us down for working, and we
Right.
still see people,
Wow. Yeah.
right? Never,
Hmm.
of course, the natural thought was, man, I'm not going to be able to go to work. Used to getting out, your routine. And then it was like, okay, this is cool. But then after a little bit, it was just like, I'm in the home and this is so unfamiliar and I need to get out of here. But the reality is that I have gratitude that I am able to continue to work, to
Yeah.
spread the service. Yes, for a paycheck, but to still be able to service those people. And we don't reach nearly as many as we want to.
No. 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 No.
Um,
No.
we
No. No. We don't. And there's a lot of work that goes into what we do, and it's like needs to be like five of us.
right,
Every therapist, there need to be five more.
right, correct.
There's so much work to be done, and so much information that needs to be shared, and people needing to be serviced. However, I know this is very miss optimistic me. I do believe that if someone would practice just even the tiny bit of gratitude, it will so help the anxiety and the depression. Because remember, depression is focusing on the past, and
Mhm.
anxiety is being too mindful of the future.
What about the future?
So
What's happening in the future?
right. And so
Mhm.
if we would exercise gratitude in those spaces,
Mhm.
just practicing the act of gratitude in those spaces in the morning and at night. I always give some, just do three things in the morning, three things at night, and then
Yeah.
try to make sure that those things that you did this morning and at night are different. But if they have to be the same, then be the same until it becomes rhema, or becomes well in your soul, that
Mhm.
you're satisfied with that, and
Right.
that's okay too. But it just three things in the morning, three things at night. If you can go past three, then that's fine. But like with my adolescents, I'm like, just do three
Mhm.
things. And you can do the
Mhm.
same thing until, Miss Stephanie will nudge you to add one more thing to that
Right.
next, So
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. And I put here in our description, when you talk about depression and anxiety and what worrying about the past and the future, a quote from Melody Beattie: "Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow."
It does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it makes sense of our past, right? Because sometimes we can't make sense of our past. It brings
Mm-mm.
peace for today. So if I can't worry about what's happening and be grateful too,
Mm-hmm.
be one or the other, and creates a vision for tomorrow. It helps me to foresee, helps me to have vision. So I thought
Mm-hmm.
that, that was a really great quote. And so it's, um, when you made the quote about depression and anxiety, the effects of that, that brought me to this quote. So I'm grateful always. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
always.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're out there and you're like, I don't feel that gratefulness stuff, like it's too much going on in life. As Stephanie said, just write a couple things.
I did a meditation. I don't know when, a couple of days ago. I don't know. Anyway, one of the meditations that I had, the someone narrated it, the meditation, and I don't like narrated meditations. They irritate me. But I listened to a narrated meditation, and the person, probably this is why it irritates me, but it was perfect for me because it said, I want you to think of something that you just love so much in your heart, that you just love so much. And my mind was like, I love everything. Like, I can't choose one. so, I it was just weird for me to have that experience. And I tried to listen to it again because I'm like, am I supposed to like narrow this down? Like it was to bring my heart space into one thing that I was like, that I loved. And I said, you know what? I'm just grateful for it all. Because sometimes it's hard to just narrow one thing down. So I get it when it feels like, well, I don't know what I'm grateful for,
Mhm.
because you really can't think of it. At the time, I didn't say I'm grateful for it all. My brain literally went to, huh? One thing that I can be, I love dearly. I literally drew a complete blank. It was just like, I
Mhm.
cannot focus on one thing. So I say that to say, I get it, but we can try to find one or two things that you're grateful for. Just be grateful for the breath.
Mhm.
The
And I
breath is,
did it because I saw a journal in Target. It was a great. I didn't buy it because I was like, "What?" Like what it was asking. Like you're gonna write a gratitude. I don't even remember what it was. To me, it was just so outside of me. I was like, "No, I'm not buying that journal."
yeah,
I didn't need it anyway because I have journals, but
right.
it was $5. I was like, "Let me look at it and see," right? Because you can
Mm-hmm.
good deal. Can never pass up a good deal. But then I started reading it and I was like, this is, well, my initial thought was what? But then it was like, this is not even equivalent to who I am.
Right. And be mindful of that. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I
Mm-hmm.
say that to say there are prompts out there that you can use, that will help you in your gratitude, but also understand that if it doesn't speak to you, you don't have to try and
Right.
don't give
Exactly.
up. You don't, it's just
Yeah.
speak to
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. Or use it as a challenge, because that was a beautiful challenge for me. Anytime somebody gives me something and I can't do it, I'm like, what's up with me that I can't do that? And the person is asking, it may be of some significance, even to centralize my focus, and focus on, can I be grateful for one thing without, I wrote something today about, oh, where is it? Just because I choose chocolate cake doesn't mean there's anything wrong with vanilla.
Yes.
So sometimes you can just choose the one thing, and it doesn't mean that the other stuff is not okay.
Mm-hmm. Because that
And
journal
so,
gonna help somebody. Just that
mhm,
prompt was just not, it's fork or utensil. You know what I mean? It was something
right,
like
right,
that. Yeah, that's a
right.
little outside of. Like, I don't know.
Right,
It
right.
doesn't work for me. Yeah. So
Yeah, so yeah, just finding that one thing, but the breath is always a beautiful thing to be grateful for because we don't get to choose it. I don't get to choose the next breath. I don't get to decide the next breath. I don't get to be um I get to be aware of it if I want to, but I
Mhm.
don't get to choose it. Like it just shows up.
Right.
And my heartbeat just shows up.
Yeah.
And my ability to do whatever else, my eyes that blink, they just happen.
Mhm.
It
Mhm.
just
Thank you,
happens.
Lord, right?
Right, right. And my ability to see out of my eyes for those who can, that just happens. I don't have to orchestrate it. I don't have to do anything. I just
Mm,
show up and open my eyes. But you can close your eyes and still see the light. Everybody don't have that story.
right. Yeah. So, some things I'm just looking here and I see some things that a list of things to be grateful for, like something you find comfort in. You could be grateful for a person you're glad to have in your life.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't stop and be intentional, we just be going through the motions of life. And
Mm-hmm.
we'll stop if somebody passes away, or we'll stop if something happens. But then immediately, because we're so entangled in trauma, we just forge forward and we don't stop long enough. So being intentional, a favorite memory. Does anybody ever ask you to think about a favorite memory or something like that, and you just cannot think right that moment? Because we're just so used to going, going, going.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what's an opportunity that you're grateful for? What's a future event you're excited about? You
Mm-hmm.
know, um,
Mm-hmm.
when I learned that we weren't going to be doing the holidays the way we're accustomed to doing the holidays, um, immediately myself wanted to be sad
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
having it that way and being around everybody is what I enjoy. But we can't focus on what we don't have. Then we'll miss what we do have. And what I do have is my immediate family who I'm around all the time, and being able to be in their presence, and still being able to social distance and drop off stuff to tell people that I love them and here's your
Mm-hmm.
gift and I appreciate you or whatever, still being able to do that. But in the human flesh, immediately the thought is, oh, I'm just so sad about that. We,
Right.
so that's what I mean too about you might go there. The brain might go there, but you get to choose like, oh no, it's gonna be fine. It's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
fine. Because even though there's this social distancing, as there's this COVID out there, the people who I wanted to see, even if I had to do it from a distance, they're still here on this earth for me to see them.
Right.
Even if it's not in this big room the way we were used to doing it. So just
Right.
think about things differently. So that's what made me think. That's what I thought about when I saw like what event are you excited about? Yeah, what event that are we excited about? What's some of the things I'd like to ask too? What's some of the things that we are grateful stuff was crazy. We started this Facebook Live. We started this Facebook Live. I'm grateful, that's gratitude for that. We didn't we have, as I said before, we have the Zoom and the telehealth. We can continue to work. Um,
Yes.
God gave some increases for both
Lots
of
of
us,
increase. Mm-hmm.
lots of increase.
Lots
And
of
sometimes
increase.
you don't even realize the increase till you sit down and start looking.
Right.
It's like
Right.
a resume. You don't realize all the things you're doing until you pull it out and you start writing down. It was like, wow, yeah, I did all of that.
Yeah.
Right. So I had a chance to sit down and look at some things and like, oh wow, shut your mouth,
Mm-hmm.
complaints, and open it up with gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I secured, another contract, with the consultant secured another contract. That didn't have to be. They could have ended the contract at the end of the year, right? Just things you don't even think about that you take for granted. Just think I'm gonna be on this project forever, right?
Right.
But just because that's the way it started, don't mean that's the way it has to end.
Mm-hmm.
Lord knows I am grateful for this lock journey. Yeah.
I'm glad you joined the tribe, girl.
Woo! I don't have no hair. Girl, I don't have no hair. I don't have to get to the point where I haven't done it and it almost locked up anyway, and now I gotta make it. I am so
Yeah,
happy.
and I took it another step further. I got somebody to do mine. You started off right.
Yes, but
Yeah,
you found somebody to do it.
I found somebody to do it, and I am grateful. I am
Yes,
grateful for my
yes,
loctician. Yes,
mm,
that was a blessing.
yes.
So that was that. Oh yeah, that's yeah. I'm
I'm
grateful.
grateful for being more intentional in my Bible study.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My Bible study.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's at my door, come on in. Because we are and we are not formal. Come on in and join the live. Um, and then managing to, she's such a creeper.
Who's that? Monique or Mariah?
Raya.
Hey, Mariah.
Hi. And then just being able to maintain weight release. Might seem like a small thing, but it's a huge thing to
Say
be
that
able
again.
to come, being able to maintain weight release.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so it may not be a big thing for some people, but maybe a huge thing to people who cannot get their weight under subjection, cannot get their urges and cravings under subjection, getting from under the
Yeah.
control of different things. And so, I'm grateful for that. So it's just so many things in 2020. And if you noticed on my list of gratitude, I didn't list the negative.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't list the negative. The negative, the fear of starting a Facebook Live. Like that doesn't matter. We started the Facebook Live. That's what mattered.
Yeah.
And we
Well, I
continue.
mean, would you be grateful for the fear?
No, no, no. That's why I said I didn't put, you don't see anything
Oh.
negative on the gratitude list.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because it's some negativity that could come with some of the stuff. I put that I'm grateful about, the 2 trucks. I could have, we could choose to focus on, wow, yeah, no, just
Mm-hmm.
grateful that things were lined up the way they were.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, just so many things, so many things. And so again, you guys, I want you guys to drop in the chat, comment below. Make sure you comment below with your gratitude for 2020 and what you plan to do going forward. Um, and we'll give a few more minutes for some comments. And if we don't have any, that's fine. I'd love to have some though. The other thing too, Steph, I was thinking about is a word. If you had to sum it up, if you had to, not 2020, going forward, 2021, what would be the word that
My
would kind
word is abundance
of,
and
yeah,
trust. Mm-hmm.
okay, yes. Mine is intention.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is intention. I want to be intentional about everything that I did. Like I want to be conscious about everything that I do as much as possible, right? So I want to have intention for the things that I do. I don't want to haphazardly do things, or I want to. There's got to be some intention in it. Be
Mm-hmm.
intentional about keeping my schedule, intentional about keeping my journal, intentional about this Facebook Live. I want to be intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hey, Aaron. Aaron is watching us. Aaron Graham. My friend Aaron is watching. Thank you guys for tuning in to us. Steph, do you have anything else? Oh yeah, I acquired another license. I'm glad about that. Happy about that.
Another
Yeah.
license.
Yeah. I got another license, a life license. So,
Oh, okay. Okay.
mhm,
Congratulations.
yes. So, yep.
Um,
Grateful for family.
mhm.
Okay, well, I can't see all of that. Let me check.
My thing is for scrolling. We have to do a Facebook. I wish we could do a Facebook Live, not on Facebook, so we could um, practice. I'm gonna be
Oh,
grateful when I master this.
grateful for mastery of
A
Facebook.
Facebook Live,
All this technology. Remember
all the
when
technology.
I
Yes,
used to be so
that's
great in
my future
technology?
gratitude.
I
I'm
know.
grateful right now in advance. I'm praising you in advance.
Yes. Come on, Aaron. Aaron say her word is excel. I know that's right.
Excel,
Yes.
excel. I love it.
Excel. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Drop
Mhm.
some more. What's your word? What's your word for 2021? Mariah, what's your word? Dominate. Conquer.
Conquer.
Yes. Because you are a conqueror. And
Hmm.
anybody else got a word? Terrell, what's your word? Let's put that in there. TJ, what's your word? Come on, guys, drop your word. Judy is thankful for family. Judy, what's your word? What's your word? Barbara, what's your word? Hi. More company. Monique, what's your word? What's your word for 2021? She brought a little fur friend with her. Wish they could see you. What's your word for 2021? While she's thinking, anybody else? Drop. Somebody said grateful that God is in control of every aspect of my life. Grateful that God has taught me to trust him no matter what. That's Judy. Amen, amen, and amen. Yes, absolutely. Grateful that God has decided to keep our family. What's your
Hmm.
word? What's your word? Monique? Thinking? Okay, she thinking. So if you don't know your word today, I hope we've put on your mind to think about a word, right? Think about a word. Um, if you don't join us in this 30-day challenge, I hope that you do. But if you don't, I hope that we have put on your heart to think about what you're grateful for and express
Every
gratitude.
day,
Yes.
every
Every,
day for the rest of your life.
yes. My mom, Almeda, said, grateful that I know the Lord. I know that's right.
Hmm.
I know that's right. Amen.
Hmm.
I wake up every morning. It's just I wake up in a weird way. Okay, so let me just put that disclaimer out there. And I wake up, and sometimes it's like this, and sometimes it's like this. But however I wake up, the first thing I start to, and sometimes this takes place before my eyes open. My brain goes into prayer mode immediately.
I
That
sing.
that hasn't always been a thing for me.
I sing. I always sing.
Yes.
I wake up. I I I and story has it that it's been this way since I came into this onto this planet. But whenever I had a voice, according to my mother and father, but I'm 50 something years old and I still wake up and I sit up and I sing. There is always a song in my heart. Like
Yes. Yes.
yeah, and so I do and to me worship is prayer in my world. So,
Yes. It
hmm,
period. Period.
hmm.
Worship is prayer. Judy said her word is increase. Yes.
Increase,
Enlarge
increase,
my
amen.
territory. That was my thing for 2021. Enlarge my territory. That happened too, guys. Yes. But
Mm-hmm.
I pray and then I do a Bible study. And some people don't like it. I love the Bible app being on the phone because it doesn't matter where I am. I open it up. There's plans in it. I do the plans. But I do that every morning. Those are
Hmm.
the things I do in the morning. So absolutely. Thank you guys for joining in with us. Please like, share, comment below. Also go to our YouTube live, Heads Up Mental Clarity, and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get the word out there. 2021, I really want to expand and get the word out to more people for our live and just get the word out. I am Michelle Bird. your mental health therapist from Heads Up Mental Clarity. You can find me on YouTube, Mrs. Bird LPC. You can find me in the same thing, Mrs. Bird LPC on Instagram. You can find me on Psychology Today, Michelle Bird. You can find me on Facebook, Michelle Wallace Bird. I also have a group, Heads Up Mental Clarity. And you can find me at chicagocompasscounseling.com. Those are the ways that you are able to find me. Stephanie?
You can find me at Psychology Today, Stephanie McCain, LMFT, and of course Facebook. This is where I'm at right now. S McCain MFT on Instagram and YouTube, but I don't have anything on YouTube. It's my own personal page. And then that's it. And then any emails is just send it to letstalkmft@gmail.com.
Yes, and before we get out of here, I'm gonna just last. Terrell says, I'm grateful for my daughter and grandson in my life being closer to each other and in the future. God bless. Thank you guys all for being with us. Thank you for your comments.
Thank you so much.
And thank you in advance for sharing this with any and everybody.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you, girlfriend.
Thank you. You are so welcome. I'm grateful for you.
I'm grateful for you. And we're gonna get that trip in the sunshine on the beach.
I know. We're gonna get there though, because I saw it. I saw it in my prayer and my meditation today. So I'm like, yes. I saw it. So we're there.
It's back there on my fun. It's back there. It's on my vision board. We getting there.
And I printed out the itinerary that you sent me. I was like, yeah, this is going up. I didn't know you had made an itinerary. I was like, oh, what? So I printed it out. I was
itinerary because we are going. As soon as COVID let us go. So love
I'm
you.
ready too.
Thank you guys.
Right, thanks. Happy New Year.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.